Who is the best person to decide whether a medicine might affect your driving? Your doctor or a pharmacist?
You need to increase following distance when driving during the night. Why? So you will have more time to react.
Extra care must be taken when driving near schools because young kids may cross the road without looking.
You are driving vehicle A. How should you complete your turn? You should enter the intersection slowly and give way to the pedestrian.
You start losing focus and drift across another lane. It is time to You start losing focus and drift across another lane. It is time to take a break from your driving.
As a sensible and responsible driver on the road, avoid doing this to truck drivers. As a sensible and responsible driver on the road, avoid doing this to truck drivers. Blasting your horn with intention to force the driver to drive faster. Blasting your horn with intention to force the driver to drive faster.
This traffic sign means U-turn ahead. Driving slowly in the fast lane will cause other drivers to pass on the right side. Cause other drivers to pass on the right side.
Drivers who jump the queue just to get a few meters ahead cause other drivers to be annoyed and the traffic situation aggravated. You were travelling on the freeway and you missed your exit. What is the best thing to do? Drive on and look for the next exit. Using the Dubai Police app, find the nearest police station via My Map. When you are observing the 2-second rule while following another vehicle, it means You are not tailgating.
Which of these signs does not allow turning for heavy vehicles? Which of these signs does not allow turning for heavy vehicles?
At roundabouts, emergency vehicles enter cautiously, then proceed. Help give way by not entering the roundabout. At an intersection, you are facing a red traffic light. A policeman is directing you to proceed. What should you do? Obey the policeman. The function of the brakes is to slow down and stop the vehicle. How can you tell if the vehicle ahead of you is slowing down? The function of the brakes is to slow down and stop the vehicle. How can you tell if the vehicle ahead of you is slowing down? You should be alerted by the brake lights switching on. Intentionally pushing in or blocking other drivers, signaling to turn or change direction is an unacceptable driving behaviour.
While driving, a head check means looking over your shoulders to see through the side windows.
If you must drive through a flood, it is best to Engage low gear, low speed, rev the engine while slipping the clutch.
Under the Community Services category of the Dubai Police app, you may find Leaders at your service.
At pedestrian crossings, footpaths, bridges, viaducts or tunnels, these are some of the areas where motorists are not allowed to park any time. Proper use of indicator provides other drivers time to react appropriately.
Driving at lower engine speeds means lower emissions. It is a good demonstration of eco-friendly driving habit and results to fuel economy.
You are driving vehicle A. What is the safest way to leave the roundabout? Stay in the left lane as you leave.
When towing a trailer, this is one of the things you should avoid. When towing a trailer, this is one of the things you should avoid. Driving in the fast lane. Aggressive driving increases fuel consumption. It is also aggressive driving increases fuel consumption. It is also dangerous and adds to traffic congestion. Select the two important considerations to avoid hazards. Scanning anticipating. Because they are difficult to see, be extra careful while driving at night for motorcyclists and cyclists that are not using their headlights. If you are driving on highway exits, the lane support system may occasionally provide false alerts. A simple act of flicking a cigarette butt can be very dangerous if it lands on a motorcyclist or a cyclist.
Which of these signs means cyclists are prohibited?
In case of collision, those involved are required to notify the police. In case of collision, those involved are required to notify the police. Within 6 hours of the collision.
With exit direction signs, the white exit panel means this lane moves away from the main carriageway. After passing through a flood, it is best to have your car checked because the car's sensitive electronics may malfunction.
This sign indicates that the lane is reserved for cyclists. When about to exit the bend, accelerate only after traffic ahead is clear and when about to exit the bend, accelerate only after traffic ahead is clear and the front wheels are straightened. Using the Dubai Police app and under the Criminal Services category, you may file a criminal complaint.
Which vehicle must give way? Vehicle B. Each of these vehicles is about to turn right at the roundabout. Which vehicle is in the correct and safer position to turn right? Each of these vehicles is about to turn right at the roundabout. Which vehicle is in the correct and safer position to turn right? Vehicle B only.
When giving way to emergency vehicles, it is when giving way to emergency vehicles, it is not allowed to use the road shoulders. A sign indicating the lane is reserved for bicycles. What should you do to avoid being fined? Switch to another lane immediately and safely.
When driving, avoid this kind of behavior. Driving too close to the vehicle in front.
You want to drive straight through an intersection where there are no lights or signs. You must give way to any vehicle on your left.
The traffic light turned green on the direction of your travel means you may proceed if safe to do so.
When is vehicle A permitted to overtake vehicle B? Only when the road ahead is clear.
Your driver's license, car registration, and Emirates ID are important documents to show to authorities for inspection in case of accident,
Which vehicle should go first? Vehicle B.
if you find yourself tailgating another vehicle, it is best to slow down and increase the following distance.
When you see this sign, slow down and be ready for their unexpected movement.
When driving, it is important to be aware of yourself. Why? Because your physical and mental condition affects your driving.
The most appropriate use of the fast lane is when overtaking only.
Driving near or alongside a school bus, why should you give due consideration to the school bus driver? To avoid any sudden actions that can startle the school bus driver.
You are in a crash. The police are not in attendance. Someone is injured. What should you do? Report the crash to the nearest police station.
When the electronic stability program gets activated, the system may also slow down the vehicle by When the electronic stability program gets activated, the system may also slow down the vehicle by reducing engine power,
You are about to overtake when you see this sign. You should delay overtaking until the intersection is passed. When you see this sign, be ready to give way.
You are not very sure how some pedestrians will react. How would you deal with this safely? You are not very sure how some pedestrians will react. How would you deal with this safely? Lower your speed. Ensure you can give way or stop if necessary. If you are involved in a collision, you may take pictures of the incident to be shared only with the police.
Circular traffic signs with a blue background are used for mandatory signs.
You are driving vehicle A. You must give way to both vehicle B and vehicle C.
When driving, how can you avoid the many hazards on the road and be a safe driver? By anticipating and forecasting what may happen. There is tunnel ahead. What is required from the driver before entering it? There is tunnel ahead. What is required from the driver before entering it? Switch on low beam headlight. One of the ways to drive safely around school children is to anticipate sudden movements, especially around school buses. Which sign warns of railway crossing ahead?
You are about to make a U-turn. You must have a clear view of the traffic on the road. You are about to make a U-turn. You must have a clear view of the traffic on the road. In both directions.
Which feature of the road causes the drivers to feel strong vibration if they drive over them? Which feature of the road causes the drivers to feel strong vibration if they drive over them? Rumble strips. High beam headlights help you to see clearly when driving at night. Do not use high beam on areas with street lighting.
This sign warns that you are approaching a school zone. Driving when tired can cause you to sleep at the wheel and Driving when tired can cause you to sleep at the wheel and can result in crashes.
You are driving vehicle A. You want to overtake vehicle B. You're coming up to the top of a hill. You should Stay behind vehicle B until you're over the hill and it is safe to overtake.
You are travelling on freeway and you want to exit. What should you be doing to stay safe? Check your mirrors and confirm safety.
Which sign means a U-turn is not permitted?
This group of signs assign right-of-way priority or direction of travel. This group of signs assign right-of-way priority or direction of travel. This group of signs assign right-of-way priority or direction of travel. Control signs. Allowing for longer gap between your vehicle and other vehicles means you Allowing for longer gap between your vehicle and other vehicles means you allow for unexpected actions of other drivers. A slip road on a highway is provided a good distance from the start to the end. Why? A slip road on a highway is provided a good distance from the start to the end. Why? To allow merging vehicles to accelerate and join the traffic smoothly.
This traffic sign indicates there is tunnel ahead.
What is the meaning of this sign? No entry for buses.
You are driving vehicle A. The driver of vehicle B is trying to overtake your car. What should you do? Slow down and keep to the right.
This sign means you must keep to the left. Rumble strips are meant to warn drivers of approaching hazard. This is a mandatory sign. It means ahead only, no option for other directions.
The lines in this picture show when you can overtake.
If you want to report a bounced cheque using the Dubai Police app, one of the conditions is the cheques received are from Dubai only. If you are using an Android smartphone, you may download the Dubai Police app from Play Store. Which safety system is designed to warn of vehicles that cannot be easily seen using the mirrors? Which safety system is designed to warn of vehicles that cannot be easily seen using the mirrors? Blind spot monitoring. Your destination is a short distance ahead. There are no vehicles in front of you. What should you do? Wait for your light to turn green, then proceed if safe.
One must focus on driving because safe driving requires full attention.
Broken yellow lines across the road warn motorists that there is a speed hump in the roadway. What should you expect? Be alert for pedestrians, as they may use this as a crossing point. Staying in your lane is important. It is called lane discipline. Violation of lane discipline in Dubai carries a fine of 400 dirham. You have a green light at an intersection. You can proceed only if the intersection is clear and it is safe to proceed. Following a collision and the police report has been issued, the logical next step is to inform your insurance company or car hire company about what has happened. When dealing with tram movement, priority is always given to tram.
Driving that causes tension or dangers on the roads is unacceptable driving behaviour. Driving in a relaxed manner can be achieved by driving in the slow lane when possible. If visibility is reduced by fog, be patient and avoid passing or crossing traffic.
Because trucks and buses are heavier and takes longer time to stop, it is best to give them plenty of room to stop.
How do you avoid aquaplaning? By slowing down, increasing following distance, and travelling in middle lanes if possible.
You can see the brake lights of the vehicle in front of you light up. How do you react to this? Be ready to slow down or stop.